Very good, very good.
I couldn't have been a better spot. I couldn't have been. Oh, question for you.
Yes.
So once the band starts playing the music, then I read all this stuff, right? It's
Is that how you did it last year?
I think so. So thank you. You know, they start playing. Right now, so thank you for joining us tonight. Or no?
No.
Do I just say it out loud with no music at all? It says processional. So do I read it during?
This is the prelude.
Oh, okay, great. Perfect.
So this is before they start playing.
All right, so you just give me a signal whenever you're ready, and we'll do it.
Yeah, we're lining up Sunday.
Which chord are you speaking of? Okay. Can you look at that? Thank you very much.
With the prelude.
So I'll the runner's mic up there.
Okay, I'll run the mic up.
Yeah. Can you pop? You can hold it. I don't care.
Okay. I'll probably pass it to her when.
Okay, so I have to start reading?
Hold Give me 1 minute.
No problem.
Maybe the keyboard channel gets muted when you're not using it.
Oh, is that being noisy?
Yeah, that might be.
Okay, no problem. All right, see how that is.
All right, thanks.
Not yet.
I'll wait.
Yeah, that fixed it. Thanks.
Okay. So something about the chord that's noisy or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's
I'll
not
just
like we
mute
can
it,
really
I'm not using it.
troubleshoot it much now. But
I don't need much anyway, so you got it. Thank you. I could do a whisper sound.
Once they get through, we can start the again.
Do you want music going as I...
Can you want me to hold the mic?
Hold on a second. For Windham High School. At this time, we ask that you please place all cell phones on vibrate or silent. At this time, please welcome to the stage Dr. Patricia Garcia, Superintendent. The Central Office Cabinet. And our Board of Education members. We're right?
Dr. Nunez, keynote speaker.
Who?
Dr. Nunez, keynote speaker.
And Dr. Nunez, keynote speaker. Thank you.
Okay.
Ready?
Now,
let's welcome our Windham High School administration. Guidance Department, Teacher of the Year. Good. I said that, right?
Yeah, you said that.
All right.
As I proceed to the rest of the Windham High School staff. And the rest of the Windham High School staff.
And the rest of the Windham High School staff. Ready? John. John. Okay, John. All right, he's good. He's good. Hold on, wait. Okay, John, and wrap it up. Hold that. Proceeding into the gymnasium. Oh, no, not yet, not yet.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my deepest honor to introduce you for the graduating class of 2018. All graduates, please remain standing the entire processional. Please remain standing as Sarah Bowling performs the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, Sarah Bowling, and please be seated. On behalf of the administration and faculty of Windham High School, I welcome you to the 144th commencement exercises of the class of 2018. It is my honor and privilege as principal of Windham High School to be here to share this exciting evening. At this time, I would like to introduce our honored guests that are here this evening. Our members of the Board of Education, Ms. Lynn Ide, Chairman, Tracy Lambert, Member, Susan Tirado, Dr. Sewell, Superintendent Dr. Patricia Garcia, Central Office Cabinet, Dr. Tracy Youngbird, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Miguel Pavone, Director of Pupil Services. Guest speaker, Dr. Elsa Nunez, President of Eastern Connecticut State University. Windham High School Administration, Ms. Pamela Kavanagh, Assistant Principal, and our Counseling Department, Ms. Kristen Negron and Ms. Jackie Tracy. I would like to introduce now Ms. Kavanagh, who is going to introduce the Teacher of the Year.
Each year, teachers, community members, and students are invited to nominate teachers for recognition as Teacher of the Year. On behalf of our staff and our students, I'm pleased to present Windham High School's 2018 Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Elizabeth Russell. We have been fortunate to have Mrs. Russell as part of our Windham community for many years. Although Mrs. Russell didn't grow up wanting to be a teacher because her mother was a teacher and she knew how challenging a career could be, she began to study education in college and to become a reading interventionist. Upon graduation, she married and began teaching at Windham High School, where she feels it is the perfect place to teach. Mrs. Russell's colleagues look to her as a mentor and a role model, recognizing her many strengths, including how she champions each of her students. Mrs. Russell's classroom is always teeming with activity before and after school, as students look to her for academic support and sometimes for some motherly advice. Mrs. Russell is always willing to provide extra support and a kind smile to everyone, both colleagues and students. Mrs. Russell notes that one of her greatest lessons that she's learned from all of you is that your respect is a sincere compliment. She strives to be someone students see as a role model and wants to provide the best education possible. It is my honor to recognize Mrs. Elizabeth Russell. Each year, our Windham High School teachers recognize a Student of the Year. The Student of the Year is a graduating senior who embodies the values and the spirits of our high school. 5 seniors have been nominated by their teachers for this prestigious honor. Please come to the stage as I call your name. Hannah Brule, Alex Korzinski, Jenny Lopez. You guys can stand right in front over here. Jennifer Perez. And Emma Vining. Do you want to pass these out? Each one gets one. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Zach Kanapka to present our 2018 Student of the Year. Mr. Kanapka.
Thank you, Ms. Kavanaugh. And I would like just to say that I don't think it's a coincidence that the last 2 Teachers of the Year co-taught with me. I'm truly honored to be chosen to dedicate the Student of the Year award this evening. It was just 2 years ago that I was asked to don the brand new Whippet costume and run around graduation, so I'm thankful for the more prestigious honor this year. Before handing out this award, I'd like to acknowledge the many great candidates nominated. Several teachers came forward to advocate for their nominee with great passion. Every year, this process for this award reveals the pride WHS teachers have for their students. It is my honor to present the 2018 Windham High School Student of the Year Award to Mr. Alexander Korzinski. Now, Alex, stand up here like you do on the podium all the time while I talk about you. Let me just give you a brief overview of Alex's accomplishments. 17-time All-ECC. Open champion. 2018 All-American. Time and Alex scored each of the team's 74 points, clinching the first state title in 22 years, sealing the victory for the team by winning his 3rd event of the day. Alex is also a high honor roll student all 4 years of high school, member of National Honor Society, as well as a member of jazz band. Alex will graduate high school with 12 school records in outdoor and indoor track, as well as a 3.93 GPA. and will be attending Northeastern University Fall with studying bio, I don't know what it is. Yeah. Most importantly, after back for 3 years, earning second team all-conference of the league championship. It's these accomplishments that Alex. It is the greatest his commitment to his team and his community. It is the constant drive and determination, and is the fact that you, Alex, never gave in. After finishing 4th in the 2-mile at Nationals this year and earning All-American honors, Alex and I all of his accomplishments for this year and for his career. They told me that his most proud moment was being able to run the victory after winning this title. And I want you to know, Alex, that moment, not you becoming an All-American or winning the 3 states, but then walking after last you arriving, sharing that Windham High School family will be forget. So Alex, as your coach and your teacher, and from us at Windham High School, with the win, makes us all here at Windham have been part of your journey. Pros certainly want for that time and for making it look like coaches. The guy reporters, coaches, I want to listen. There's here, Coach Pros report about what the distance runner. We would go out and beat Coach Pros, tell all the other track coaches that yes, you were going to run all 3 events at states, and yes, you would win all 3, and yes, we would be state champs. And I want to thank you for always giving me your best, even when it wasn't necessarily my best day. Your hard work and determination inspired me to work even harder as a coach, because I never wanted to let you down. Thank you for putting your trust in me as a freshman on the soccer field that hot August day, and then continuing to put up with me for 4 years. Thank you for never giving in, Alex. Please join me in congratulating our 2018 Windham High School Student of the Year, Alexander Korzinski.
It is my sincere pleasure to welcome to the podium our Windham Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Patricia Garcia. Dr. Garcia has an influential presence within our high school and across the district. Her vision and leadership guides the district and student success in the classroom every day. We sincerely appreciate her passion and commitment advocating for access and opportunities for all of our students. Please welcome Dr. Garcia.
At this time, I would like to offer special recognition to 6 of our students, graduates, who are elected to enter the military and serve our great country. As a military wife of 26 years, and the proud mother of a major in the United States Army, I'm delighted with your choice to join the military. Their decision to serve our country demonstrates critical thinking, leadership, and planning. All of us here this evening are proud and thank you for your commitment and selfless courage to serve our country. Please join me in congratulating the following students. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Benny Cancel Gregorio, National Guard. Eric De Nova, National Guard. Joshua Gallegos Arroyo, National Guard. Alejandro Garcia, National Guard. Eddie Torres, National Guard. Aaron Spicer, National Guard. Nathaniel Freites Bermudez, National Guard. Stay. I would also like to acknowledge Stefani Heredia, who will be joining the Marines. Once a Marine, always a Marine. And Austin Glenn, who will be joining the Navy. Austin? As superintendent of school, and as a military wife, I want to personally thank you for your selfless act of courage. Please give them all a round of applause. Thank you. It always brings me great joy to recognize our young men and women that will be serving our country. This evening, our graduates tell the story of reaching one of their goals in life, graduating from Windham High School. Good evening, seniors. Fasten your seatbelts because you're ready to go on a trip. Your suitcases are packed and you have your passport in hand. Where am I headed? You are wondering. What passport? You ask. Your education is your passport, and you're headed into a bright and happy future. A well-known and prominent African-American civil rights leader and activist once said, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." After the ceremony concludes today, you're off to a great adventure. You are prepared for this trip into your future because you have put your effort and completed all your work here at Windham High School. As superintendent of school, and on behalf of the Windham Public School Board of Education, Central Office Administrators, and the entire Windham Public School staff, it gives me great honor to welcome our parents, staff, friends, colleagues, distinguished guest, Dr. Elsa Nunez, to the Windham High School class of 2018 commencement ceremony. Welcome to a very important and special celebration. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and to thank the member of the Board of Education that are here today, Mrs. Lynn I, Chairman, Dr. Sue, Vice Chair, Mrs. Tirado, Member, Mrs. Melissa Lazar, Member of the Board of Education, and Mrs. Tracy Lambert. At this time, I would also like to recognize a special teacher and a long-term employee of our school district, Mrs. Jane Lyons, Mary Jane Lyons, Carrie Lyons, who will be retiring. Mrs. Lyons has served the district for many, many years, and she has inspired our students in science. She will be missed by the staff, students, and the family. Please give her a round of applause. Graduation is the highlight of my year. High school diploma. We're living in a working and fast-paced world. You must accept the challenges of being able to adapt and respond to the changes in society. Albert Einstein once said that education is what remains after one has forgotten everything learned in school. That's what you have packed in your suitcase, your education, your own mind, your own principles, your own beliefs, and your own intellect. Your teachers and the entire staff here at Windham Public School have prepared you not only academically, but also to develop your character, and success is evident. How do I know this? I cite at the beginning of the school year when the Windham High School Band performed beautifully across the street at the Eastern Performance Art Building with just a few weeks under their belt. I cite when our students themselves handled themselves with Mr. Dr. Pedro Nogueira, education visionary who came here to our district in November. I see it in the pages of Mirrors and Windows, the high school literary magazine where many of you publish beautiful writings and artwork. And I see it in the pride of the athletes who train and excel in our championship wrestling boys and track team, and also who organize an event to raise money for breast cancer awareness. I heard students announce proudly last week at the Scholarship Award that they were headed to college. Northeastern, UConn, Ethical College, Suffolk University, Eastern, Southern, and Central State Connecticut University, QVCC, and University of New Haven. And others have joined the call to serve our country in the military. But the diploma that you're about to receive today is just one element of your future success. What will really set you apart from the rest is your character. How would you want somebody to describe you when you're not in the room? What qualities do you want to develop for yourself? Your character is a significant piece of what will determine your future success. So graduate, grab hold of tomorrow and use what you have learned here at Windham High School to build a bright and shining future. And when you leave this event as a graduate of Windham High School, I ask you to hold firmly to your belief that the sparks of possibility burns deeply between you, and that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. At Windham High School, Eileen has distinguished herself scholastically while participating in a wide array of athletics, extracurricular, and community events. One to start junior. Here's Valedictorian is making athletic and academic offering, consistently excelling in enrollment of music, and its evident dedication to the past 4 years. The right to education, university, this Miss beautiful voice of Hannah, the smart accomplishment of Alex, Janie, class, and Jason. Good morning. 2 years ago, from the set, I have taken a moment to read about this study. I have built. I now the walk began, and of the class of 18 school for have conquered. Wish you could have heard wholesome you. You or can have the council and personal joining.
Good evening, everybody. This evening, it brings me fond memory of my 3 children graduating from Windham High. They were in the classes of 2008, 2009, and 2013. All 3 also one home program. Learned here in Windham Public Schools is wonderful, multicultural, bilingual, prepared in each society. He's tremendous. Is that I was moving around 7 houses before I graduated college, 7 different school systems, and mid was not a military again. Was just realistic. But one thing I learned about that I developed a few rules of the road that served me well, helping me weather new challenges. You might say I know a little bit about transitions. I say this to you in the spirit of sharing, especially out of whether it be responsibilities. You might develop can guide you can find you lost found. This is short. My top end rule of the road. 1. Look people in the eye when you speak with them. I cannot address enough that may and people relate if you can. I ask when you and really listen to their answers. Don't be afraid of sitting alone. People can teach you lots. Quite amusing. Don't be afraid of with people you know. Learn something new. Don't ask any you do yourself. Try new things regularly, new food, new perspectives, new places, new routines. Thank people for big and little things. It really matters. Always try to be generous. You'll never know when you need someone else to be generous with you. Take chances. They can open up new doors or help you figure out which doors you want to close. So here you are on the cusp of your very own future. What rules of the road are you going to develop for yourselves? Thank you very much, and congratulations.
We are honored this evening to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Elsa Nunez, President of Eastern Connecticut State University. Dr. Nunez has been a devoted partner with Windham High School through her 12 years at ECSU, and we're fortunate to have her as our next-door neighbor. Dr. Nunez's commitment to educational access for all students is evidenced by data. Eastern has the highest percentage of minority faculty among all colleges and universities in Connecticut. Eastern has worked to enhance the retention rates of underrepresented student populations, and under Dr. Nunez's leadership, Eastern tripled the 6-year graduation rate of Latino students between 2004 and 2010. Eastern Connecticut State University has received several major national recognitions, including being ranked 3 years in a row by U.S. News and World Report as one of the top 35 public regional universities in the North. Eastern Center for Community Engagement is a continual source of support, collaborating with Windham Public Schools on numerous projects and sending energized college students to work with our Windham youth to enhance academic and personal achievement. Thank you, Dr. Nunez, for joining us this evening, shining beacon for our school and community. Windham is a rich presence here. Please offer one brief next time. It's one you feel a joyousness on this occasion. I first want to start by thanking Principal Sosa Briales for inviting me to be with you today. She has led the high school with distinction, and she loves her students, and I am very, very proud to be here with her today. Lynn Ide, who you just heard from, the chairman of the board, all very, very dedicated community member, as is the members of the Board of Education who are here today. So let's give them a round of applause. Dr. Garcia spoke a few minutes ago,
and I know the superintendent very well. She's a good colleague. We work together on many, many programs. She's committed to these students getting all the opportunities they can. She leads with direction and vision. Thank you, Dr. Garcia. Education, as you and I know, is the hope of the future for all Americans. And I thank our local educational leaders, each one of them on this stage, for all they're doing to bring hope and opportunity to Windham students. I want to say something to the parents and to the families, a los padres y las familias que están aquí. I look at these young people and I see young adults. When you look at them tonight, you're not thinking that they're young adults only. You remember that they were a little boy or a little girl about 17 or 18 years ago. You remember when they first walked. You remember when they first talked. You remember when you took them to kindergarten or put them on the bus with that big backpack that was bigger than them. You remember when you put them in their beds at night and kissed them goodnight and read them stories. You remember the first day of middle school and how nervous they were, as well as the first day of high school. So the parents, I congratulate you because you have done a lot in these years to bring them to where they are today. You have not only made your families proud and accomplished something special. No one can ever take the diploma away from these students, and we have to thank the families for a job well done. Congratulations. I can tell you that the teachers of this high school are hardworking, as is the staff. None of you would have been here today if it wasn't from the dedication of the teachers, the faculty, of course, and the staff. I want to tell you that at the university, we believe this is one of the best faculties and staff that we have in the state of Connecticut, and you're lucky that they brought you to this position. So I was asked to say a few words to all of you, but let's begin to say, go class of 2018! Woo! You're the stars. I'm going to say a few words to you as if you were my child, my son or my daughter, and I was at the kitchen table drinking a little bit of coffee or having a glass of wine and talking to you. So first, I want you to remember that where you start is not where you end up. Always remember that. I think of myself where I started as a poor Puerto Rican girl with nothing and where I ended up today. In this country, you can truly do anything when you work hard to achieve it. Oprah Winfrey is worth $3 billion today, but at one time, she was using empty flour sacks as dresses. She was so poor. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter books, was a starving single mother on welfare before she wrote her first book. She continued to write that book, and that brought her success. But she was poor, dirt poor, before she became famous. Leonardo DiCaprio's childhood is one of example. His father sold comic books on the street, and he would make 50 cents or $1. They had hardly anything to eat. He's a great movie star today. So it's not where you start, it is where you end up that counts. And you got to remember that all your life. You're going someplace, and it doesn't matter where you started. My second message to you is that you have to dream big and dream often. I'm not talking about dreaming during sleep. I'm talking about picturing yourself in a future that includes opportunities and situations you can barely imagine for yourself today. Human beings have been dreaming about flying for hundreds of thousands of years. But in 1903, the Wright brothers were dreaming about flying, and they made it happen. People have been dreaming in this country, in the world, about going to the moon. In 1969, 50 years ago, engineers and astronauts put this country on the moon. LeBron James dreamt of being the best basketball player in the world. And now he is. The word they use to describe dreaming yourself in the future is visualization. where you actually see yourself in the role or position you desire. What do you want to be best in the world? Visualize it. Close your eyes right now and think, what is it that I want to do for the rest of my life, and why do I want to dream? The third message I have for you is this. As you lift yourself up, as you visualize yourself doing amazing things, think about doing something that will help others. Most of the good work in this world is done to benefit other people, and most of the time the work is done in teams, not by one person. There's nothing more important for you to learn in life than to work with others and collaborate. Let me share just 2 short stories about people can work together to benefit others. The first story is about geese, and you're going to say, why is Dr. Nunez talking about geese? That's not relevant. Oh yes, we can learn a lot from animals and birds. Many years ago, I read a set of facts from geese that made me inspired. When I saw it first, I said, it's silly, but those of you who are animal lovers know that I'm right. Animals have great instincts, and they can teach human beings a lot of things. These were written in an Outward Bound newsletter, and I would like to share them. Fact number 1 about geese. Each goose flaps its wings as it creates a V-shape uplift for the birds that follow in the back. By flying in a V formation, they always do, the flock adds 71% greater flying range than if each of the birds flew alone. Imagine that, 71% more flying range. What lesson do you get from that fact? I know. People who share a common direction and sense of community can get where they are going quicker and easier because they are traveling on the thrust of one another. So if you want to get to that dream, you got to be with people who want you to get to that dream, not people who don't. Fact number 2, when a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the plying, the resistance, and the drag. It quickly moves back to where it was to take advantage of the lifting power of the bird immediately in front of it. The bird who gets out of formation can't stand it and moves right back. Lesson number 2, if we have as much sense as the goose, we stay in formation with those headed where we want to go. We should be willing to accept their help and give our help to others. Fact 3, when the lead goose gets tired, it rotates to the back, and another goose comes forward. What's the lesson? Oh, it's so clear. It pays to take turns on doing the hard task and sharing leadership. There will be times where you will lead, but there will be times where you will follow, and you have to learn how to do both. Fact 4, the geese flying in a formation honk to encourage those in front. That's why you hear them honking all the time. We clap, they honk. We need to make sure that our honking is encouraging. That's lesson number 4. In groups where there's encouragement, there's greater production, there's greater respect. The power of encouragement to stand by one's core values and encourage the core values of others is the quality of the honking that the geese do. Fact 5, when a goose gets sick, wounded, or shot down, 2 geese immediately go with it to the ground, and they stay with it until it dies. They stay with it until the moment of death. Then they launch out with another formation to catch up with the other flock. Lesson 5, if we have as much sense as geese, we will stand by each other in difficult times as well as when we are strong. You have to stand by your friends when they're in difficult times, and your family, and they will stand by you, but it's not a one-way street. Yes, one person can make an enormous difference and help others stand in difficult times. I'm going to tell you about a woman who was 22 years old, only 4 years older than most of you, and what she did. She graduated from college, Hanley Denning, at 22, and she graduated in 1997. She visited Guatemala while on vacation, and she came upon a situation that made her shake. Close your eyes and imagine this. More than 6,000 Guatemalans were living in near a 35-acre. Imagine 35 acres. That's huge, huge, bigger than. And in the middle of this acre was around the adults. Had she bring hope to the people of the desert on the garbage dump. Created an organization, other organizations, she to that community. She opened up a school, and other support people would have food and have to go into the dump to eat. She established a wonderful, wonderful abandoned church, opened it up to the community, and now serves 500 children. Residential, there's about 1,500 people now living out. Had died young. She died in 2000 in a car accident in Guatemala. But she continues to be alive. Safe Passage, the organization that she started. Legacy. You're a woman, do all that. The geese direction with the community did her desk. The geese, she helped and accepted their help as they built and collaborated. Like the she organized the group according to the skills they had. She knew she had the skills. She allowed them to like the encouraged each day after day, even when the goal looked hot and geese, they stood by each other and living conditions for thousands of people in that area. She applied lessons and each of you and difference. So does Lisa and also in addition to finding a good job either after or right now after high school graduation, you're interested in you have responsibility to make contributions. You go out into the world, your way community, be a member of the school, serving health, provide the best health care you can to patients. Work to inspire your students. If you go into technology, create ideas that provide useful and valuable innovations. Do well, because see good and that will affect for the good of others. You are at a crossroads at this moment on this Friday night, at time here at begin a new wonderful chapter of your life. Seize the moment. Talk. Train yourself the you dream of things that we grow the most. Si se puede, yes we can.
Thank you, Dr. Nunez. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2018 officers for the presentation of the class gift. President Jenny Lopez, Vice President Iralis Valido, Secretary Daniel Castro, and the Treasurer Brianna Gomez.
That's Ms. Gospel's flowers.
Son tan bonitas, mira, qué bonitas.
Ms. Gospel, so she's giving it to me. Okay. This year, the 2018 senior class is dedicating the yearbook to Ms. Carrie Lyon. Throughout her time here, she has shown her dedication for teaching, and she truly deserves to be recognized for her hard work in the Windham community. As we move on with our lives, we will always remember Ms. Carrie Lyon for her positivity, her uniqueness, and her great sense of humor. She will be missed, not just by the students, but by the Windham community as well. Thank you, Ms. Carrie Lyon, for everything you have done. Windham High School has a long-standing tradition of a senior class gift. It is a way to honor our time at Windham High School. This year, the class of 2018 is pleased to continue this tradition by establishing a scholarship to benefit future graduates. The class of 2018 is pleased to sponsor the annual scholarship, which each spring will be awarded to a first-generation student who has volunteered his or her time and support to positively impact the Windham High School community, and who is planning to attend an accredited 4-year college or university. We would also like to call Dr. Kojan and Ms. Godbow up to the stage. The class of 2018 was lucky to have such amazing class advisors. Not only are they both amazing teachers, but they have also been a huge help with planning unforgettable events for our senior class. From pep rallies to prom and even our senior celebration, Dr. Kojan and Ms. Godbow have done it all. This year's events would not have been possible without their help and time. We want to thank you for everything that you have done these past 4 years.
Okay, now we ask the audience to join the class of 2018 in singing the Alma Mater of Windham High School, which was written by Horace Fenton and will be performed by Glenn Nelson and the class of 2018. The lyrics to the Alma Mater can be found in the program. I would ask that we all stand and join the class of 2018 in the singing of the Alma Mater.
All right, the lyrics during the programs. Let's hear it nice and loud, Windham. 124 years old. On 3. 1, 2, 3. By green hills eternal, surrounded supernal, fair precincts where our fathers musing trod. O stately thou standest, of all schools the grandest, to guide us all up to the throne of God. Nice and loud now. Sing, sing for Windham, sing for old Notchog, ring out the chorus free. Then sing, sing together, Windham high forever. Thy loyal sons and daughters, all are we. Hey!
Thank you. So in just a few minutes, the class of 2018 will be receiving their diplomas to mark their graduation from high school. These diplomas represent years of hard work, commitment, dedication, and achievement, and will mark a turning point in the lives of these young adults. Seniors, as we prepare to celebrate this turning point, I think it is appropriate to share one last thought, and hopefully a bit of wisdom. Until now, your education has been intentionally planned for you. You generally knew what was going to be taught and how you would be assessed so that you could prove you had learned something. The funny thing about real life is that there are no daily objectives written on the board to guide you. Learning becomes more difficult to measure, and real-life tests are unannounced, especially tests involving your character, your ethics, and empathy for others. You will learn that your education will change forms. The most important lessons you learn may well occur late at night in a spirited debate rather than in a class. Lessons will come disguised as opinions, sometimes from people you are not particularly interested in listening to. But listen carefully to these unscripted and unsolicited opinions. They will help you develop and define your belief system. I am also going to give you a charge The word charge has many meanings, but in this case, it means to give a responsibility to someone. I am going to challenge you to take on a responsibility, and that responsibility is perseverance. Perseverance is the ability to keep pushing forward towards a goal despite the obstacles or failures that are encountered along the way. Each student sitting here before us today has exhibited perseverance in getting to this point in his or her life and his or her education. These students have worked their way through 13 long years of education and are now ready to move into the next stage of their lives by going to college or attending a trade school or entering the workforce or the military. My charge to you, class of 2018, is to keep pushing forward to reach the goals you set for yourselves. It is very easy to allow a speed bump become a roadblock. Do not allow yourself to fall into that way of thinking. If you encounter a speed bump, go over it, go around it, but do not let it stop you. When you feel you might be losing the desire to persevere, remember what got you to this point in your life. As you leave this building today, keep this message in your heart. As you go through life, make good choices for you and your family. Make your family proud of those choices and goals, and keep pushing forward with your plans for your life and your goals, and persevere. Cesar Chavez is famous for saying, "Yes, we can." I would like to borrow his phrase and say, yes, you can. Yes, you can be successful. Yes, you can reach your goals. Yes, you can persevere. Yes, you can. Sí, tú puedes. Now I would like to present the class of 2018 farewell, which is going to be addressed by Ms. Eileen Cuevas, the valedictorian of the class of 2018. Please welcome Eileen Cuevas Gonzalez.
Hello, students, parents, faculty, honored guests, and administration. My name is Eileen Cuevas Gonzalez, and I am honored to be standing before you today as your valedictorian. I want to start off by congratulating my fellow classmates for making it to this point. Congratulations, class of 2018. You all are a wonderful and talented group of students, ready to tackle the next stage of your lives. I never imagined I would be the one standing here before you all, delivering a valedictorian speech. Heck, I didn't even know ranks were something to take into consideration until the end of freshman year, when our guidance counselor spoke to us about them. I always worked hard and kept my grades up, but I didn't fully understand how far that would get me. I am proud of the work that I have accomplished, and I am proud to stand before you today. As I sat down to write my speech last night, because y'all know how hard senioritis hits, all I could think was, what I learned in boarding school is. I, just like SpongeBob, was stumped. I was unsure of what to write, unsure of what my parting words to the class of 2018 should be. Then, I thought back on a higher ed event where they spoke to us about our futures. A speaker at the event had a phrase that resonated with me and that I would like to share with you today. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. The speaker at the event explained that if you never moved out of your box or your comfort zone, the things you could accomplish and do would be limited. In high school, as well as in life, there are many opportunities and ways for you to step out of your box. For me, that meant trying new activities like volleyball and tennis, and meeting new people that helped me expand my web, like Gilbert Bonafé from Higher Edge, or the new friends that I've been able to make throughout high school. Moreover, Cesar Chavez once said, "You are never strong enough that you don't need help." So remember that there will always be people that are willing to help you, and if you don't ask, then the answer will be no. You are not alone, and having a support system of friends and family will help you succeed. If there is anything that you should remember from my speech, I would hope that you remember to ask for help and to try new things. Now, I would like to take the time to thank some very important people in my life. First, I'd like to thank my teachers, specifically Ms. Carrie Lyon, Mr. Roger, and Ms. Colgan. You have all helped me in multiple ways, and I really appreciate all your help. Next, I want to thank Gilbert Bonafé, my higher ed advisor. He wasn't able to be here today, but I would still like to thank him for all the help and support he's given me throughout my senior year. Now, I'd like to thank my twin sister, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie, for being such an amazing sister and for always being there for me. You're the best. And last, but definitely not least, I want to thank my parents and my older siblings. Gracias, mamá, papá, Ana y Juan. No puedo agradecerles lo suficiente por los muchos sacrificios que han hecho y sobre todo por el amor incondicional y el apoyo que me han dado a través de los años. Sin ustedes no estaría aquí hoy. Este no es solo mi triunfo, sino que es de ellos también. Sí se puede. It has been an interesting and memorable 4 years together. I remember the first day of freshman year when the fire alarm went off because of a gas leak in Ms. Kavanaugh's room. That was an unusual way to start off the school year. Another memorable event was the lock-in. I never would have thought I'd enjoy staying in school overnight. Both of these events were pretty great and fun, but my favorite memory is the DC trip. Going on the trip was single-handedly the best decision I've ever made. Not only did we get to see the monuments at the mall, the White House and George Washington's house on Mount Vernon, but we also went to the zoo and the Smithsonian Museum. Overall, the DC trip allowed our class to visit a place that most of us had never been to before, and I, for one, enjoyed every minute of it. Lastly, from Friday night football games to prom, senior outing, and the senior celebration, these events have helped our class bond and have made senior year memorable and one of the best years. You have all been able to accomplish many things throughout the years, and I know you'll accomplish many more. High school is just a drop in the ocean of what you'll accomplish over the paro.
¿Dónde está el tape? Que va a dar los diplomas y la foto. After. After. González. Haley Morgan. Gomez. Paul Eubanks. Deidre Moner. Samuel Bass. Don Casanova. Juan Antonio Castro Hernández. Anthony Tyler Carapano. Shaitasha Chavez. Enrique Colis Vázquez. Nachalí Ibeliz Collazo. Adriana Cortés Roque. Lily Covey. Werling Nicole Cruz Rodríguez. Jacqueline Cuevas González. Bradley Koskevich. Jacob Wayne Cushion. María de León Colá. Gavin Luis de Jesús. Keisha Marí del Rosario. Roberto José Delgado Hernández. Eric Denova. Giovanni Alexander Díaz. Alexander Domínguez. Heaven Flores. Natanael Freites Bermúdez. Joshua Gallegos Arroyo. Alejandro García. Austin Glenn. Geisha Marí González. Kamagani Melinda Grace. Juliana Guzmán Berríos. Stefan Heredia. Michael Clayton Hoxie. Matthew Ivan. Sana Datoy. Clifford Jones. Alexis Juarez Cocón. Mohamed Kamali. Scott Candelin. Austin Lee Kidd. Mayena Kayabani. Medina Kayabani. Athea Keith. Alexander John Korsinski. John Joseph LaChapelle. Miguel Ángel Laureano Calzada. Aisha León. Benjamin Lopez Torres Jr. Juan López Quiroz. Agustín Luna. Jaden Gabriel Malavé. Jainelis Marrero Sánchez. Michaela Lurie. Tamia Renee McBride. Beyonce McCrae. We did it! Okay! Johaven Joel Medina Gonzalez. Cristian Meléndez Amaro. Joshua Méndez Mercado. Angélica Marie Mercado. Anabel Mesa Juárez. Alexander Mesa Valencia. Alex Manuel Morales. Aramis Morales. Juan Morales. Luis Antonio Morales Torres. Joseph Nales Feliciano. Aaron Robert Nielsen. Nisea Oliver. Chelsea Lynn Michelle Orifice. Darren Roberto Ortiz. Joshua Ortiz. Sayano Suba. Savannah Owens. Genesis Nicole Pacheco Rojas. Caden Parilla. Luke Peacock. René Perea. Giovanni Andrés Perelló. Jennifer Lee Pérez. Juan Manuel Pineda. Yegnier Quiñones Álvarez. Manuel Ramos Chach. Sabrina Lorraine Reed. Armani Xavier Rivera. Gregorio Gabriel Rivera. Matthew Rivera. JC Rodríguez. Amalia Roque González. Nakisha Angélica Marie Rosado Torres. Larisa Lynn Rosario. Skylar Rotino. Yancy Nicole Sánchez Morales. David Dalí Segarra. Alan Michael Svacchios. Marjan Shaker. Connor Simpson. Heather Smith. Kaylee Amber Smith. Danielle Elizabeth Snow. Aaron Daniel Spicer. Shamari Brandon Stewart. Amaya Jaylin Stigler. Sebastian Michael Stoltz. Emily Tartsinis. Anthony Lee Titus. Carlos Javier Torres. Eddie Antonio Torres. Sergio Mauricio Vargas Villar. Juan Servando Vázquez. Joely Marie Vega González. Jaylani Inés Velázquez. Aristides Lemuel Vélez Figueroa. Emma Dawn Vining. Ángel Eduardo Viveros Rodríguez. Annalise Marie Wilson. Do it now? It's not on the script. We would like at this time to call the valedictorian and salutatorian. Do we just give it to them? Huh? This is Valedictorian. Right there. I have yours. Can we put it? Oh, all four of us need to stand there. I need to read this first. I need to read this first. Eso es tuyo. Después de, esto lo dice usted, pero esto lo digo yo. Dr. Garcia, as principal of Windham High School, it is my pleasure to present to you the Windham High School class of 2018. I hereby certify that each student has satisfactorily completed high school requirements for graduation as prescribed by the Windham Board of Education.
Esperen un ratito, por favor. Just wait for a second. Todavía no han conseguido. Esperen un ratito. By the power vested in me by the state of Connecticut, I hereby declare that the diploma candidates seated before me have met the requirement for graduation established by the Board of Education. Ms. Lynn I present to you the Windham High School class of 2018. Un ratito, por favor. Sé que están contentos, pero esperen un ratito. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen. Huh? No.
They're ready to go.
This concludes the commencement exercises for the Windham High School class of 2018. May all the members of the class of 2018 have a healthy and prosperous future. Congratulations.
Vanessa, good timing.
Ellos van. Ellos van.
The platform go first, but that's okay.
I graduated high school and my practice.
The platform go first.
Hey, girl.